When the narcissist leaves you, they don't just leave. They don't just disappear as if they never knew you. I mean, they never really knew you. Let's just go ahead and clear that up. The narcissist never knew you. But they don't just disappear. Even though you might not see them in person, they're still around. They're still watching you. They still talk to people about you. They stalk your social media, trying to observe the pain and suffering that you might be going through. They want to know how it has affected you. They want to see you going through it. And while you're going through this pain and suffering, whether they discarded you or you discarded them, they portray it as though it was all your fault, right? And so they didn't do anything wrong to you. It just adds to the worry and confusion that is already existent in your mind from the discard. Whether they leave you or you leave them, they're still playing with you. You see, the narcissist has a false self, a false character that they have created, which is designed to deceive you. Because of this, they believe they can get back in whenever they like. They have this arrogance and pride and false sense of superiority, right? Because they have managed to trick themselves into believing, right, that they can do whatever they want whenever they want. They trick themselves into believing that this false self is real. They only keep people around them that will validate their false self. This is what they'll do. They only keep people around them that will validate the false self, the illusion that they're trying to portray to everyone. And anyone who does not do that will be devalued and discredited. The narcissists may even force their flying monkeys against them. Anyone who does this, who goes against the false self. You see, a few weeks or months after the discard phase, the narcissist will usually hoover you. They will try to get back in, but because of the ease nowadays of technology, they will often do this through social media. Remember, they have a false self who they believe is everything they ever wanted to be. So in their minds, you're going to work them back into your life. They're not thinking about all the hurtful things they did to you. They believe they're all nice. So they believe that it was all your fault. Everything is your fault. Let's try to keep that at the forefront. Never forget that everything that happened between you and the narcissist was your fault. This is how they feel. What you can do in this situation and what will hurt the narcissist forever is when you block them on social media permanently. You make it impossible for them to get in contact with you ever again. You cause a narcissistic injury when you do this. It triggers them to reflect on how they feel about themselves and how worthless and insignificant they really feel inside. When you don't respond to their messages, it tells them that you are no longer susceptible to their manipulation. You are too knowledgeable and aware to even deal with them. You see, they understood that they cannot mess with you anymore when this happens. They will understand this. A lot of people have to employ this into their lives, and do not allow the narcissist to come break down your barriers that you've set in place to not allow them back into your life. Once you've experienced all this stuff, like I told you, y'all close every crack and crevice that leads back to you, especially with social media, because lots of people cannot just get off social media. They have to have a social media. They have to be on Facebook. They have to be on Instagram. They have to be on Snapchat and any other dating websites that some of you may still be on. Listen, lots of people, they've been through so much. They try their best to get on social media dating sites and things like that to cover up the pain that they feel. But y'all, this doesn't work very well at all. This is something you should never do when you get out of a situationship with a narcissist. It just makes things worse. Y'all, it makes things so much worse. This is something that you should never do. You should never allow this because it just makes things worse. And lots of narcissists are on these social media dating sites, as I've spoken about before. Blackout is blacking out. And guess what? Nobody should have to do this, right? But when you've dealt with a narcissist, it needs to be done. It's really, really important. It's really important. And no one should have to do this. Y'all, it's sad. It is. It's really sad. It's aggravating. It's annoying. It's like you've done enough. Just go the hell away, right? Because sometimes they push people so far, other things happen. Thank God you weren't one of those people that lost your cool and something else took place. Thank God for that. Because y'all, they don't just, sometimes narcissists don't just get away with the things that they've done from the person that they've done it to. Y'all, some of these people, if y'all listen to my video, before y'all, listen, some of these people want their due diligence. Some of these people do not let the narcissist just get away with the things that they do. And like I said before, you'll end up a place you don't want to be from dealing with narcissists. It's very important to get out of their path, off their radar. And that's why I blacked out on social media on everything except for YouTube. Because I feel like, you know what? I'm giving you no supply. I'm giving you nothing. I don't want you to even be able to look in my face when I'm making videos. I don't want you to be able to see any part of me. Because that's a shame for people to have to go through this, but this is what you have to do. This thing, when getting away from a narcissist, is not easy. It takes some people a very long time to heal, to get back to themselves. And y'all have no idea how many people I talk to on a regular basis, even now today, who tell me, Yolanda, I don't think I'm ever going to heal from this. Y'all, it's sad. Watch the things you speak into the universe. The universe is undefeated. You can heal and you will heal. You just have to do the work. I told you you're tied to evil when you're dealing with a narcissist. You are tied to the demonic realm, whether you think so or not. And this is what people are in denial about. And this is why they feel like they would never be able to heal. This has a lot to do with it, y'all. A lot to do with it. And it's crazy. Narcissists, when you do these things, they understand that they cannot mess with you anymore. And it triggers them to reflect on the fact that their false self really isn't real. You see, they have this grandiose fantasy that they have created about themselves. And it isn't real. It's very miserable. This is a very miserable and depressing experience for the narcissist when they figure out that they can't do the things that they want to do to you anymore, and you've blacked out on them and they can't get back to you. It causes them to reflect on this false self that they built around this fortress. This fortress that they've built around themselves, that it's not real. It makes them have to reflect back on this thing like, yeah, it's not real. And it causes an injury, y'all. And it hurts them forever. Whenever they hear your name, whenever they have to think about you, listen, anything about you is going to make them hurt. Put them in, they don't hurt the way that we do, but it gives them an injury, y'all. It makes them feel some type of way forever about you. And this is why some narcissists, you don't hear from them anymore, you don't see them anymore, but they're still sitting around watching if they feel they can get back in. But when you cause an injury, anything about you makes that narcissist sick. And that's what you want to do to them. Lots of people want revenge. That is revenge. That is a revenge. And we got to stop focusing on trying to get revenge, you guys, because guess what? I told y'all, this is tied to evil. Big time. All of it. Every part of narcissism, at the core of it, is evil. You don't have time in your life to be playing around with evil entities. You don't have time for that. You just don't have time for it. You just don't. And that's all that it is. You're tied to evil. Y'all, it's disgusting. There's no other word for it. It's just disgusting. Who has time for this? Nobody has time for this. You don't have time in your day, in your life, in your world, You don't have time to be giving up your time, your precious time, to this type of, listen, I gotta watch my language, but y'all don't spend your time trying to get back at the narcissist. Don't spend your time thinking about what you could have done differently. Nothing could have been done differently. This is evil at the core. These things are going to take place whether you are in the narcissist's life or not. These things are still going to happen. It does not matter who you are. It does not matter what part of the world you live in. If you're dealing with a narcissist, these things are going to happen regardless. I don't care if you're the main supply, you're the old supply, you're the black supply, you're the blue supply. Listen, it does not matter. This is what they're going to do. Regardless, this is what they're gonna do. It does not matter who you are, where they're at. They abuse everyone, y'all. They abuse their own children. So imagine what they do to other people. This is what they do. This is how they survive. Oh, this is disgusting. It's really sad. This is sad, you know. Y'all, you know how miserable it's got to be a narcissist? Like, that's miserable, y'all. What kind of life is that? Going through life never having any real kind of love. Not having anything genuine. Can't keep anyone around. Can't keep anything in your life. Everything is exposable. Y'all, like, just, that's crazy to have to live like that. But when you come from the pits of hell, what else is there to, what else is there to actually, what's of value to them? Nothing. Nothing is of value to them. Absolutely nothing. No, it's crazy. I can't stress that enough. You really cannot make this stuff up. You really can't. You guys, that's it for this video. Take the time out to like, comment, share, subscribe. Turn on your bells so you will know when I'm coming through with another video, y'all. Until next time.